Om. 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 Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sachidanandarupaya Vishwotpatyadihetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Shri Krishnaya Vayan Namaha. Nigamakalpatarorgalitam phalam शुकमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरण श्रवण त्वगादीन प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्। ॐ समस्त देवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण आचार्येभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्री परब्रह्मणः श्रुतिमातुः समस्त देवतानां ऋषीणां गुरूणाम् अनुग्रहेण भागवतादि समस्त शास्त्रोक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोध सिद्ध्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक संस्कृतेः विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं विश्वशान्ति कल्याणार्थं च समस्त भक्तानां साधकानां आयुरारोग्यादि क्षेम स्थैर्यादि श्रद्धा भक्त्यादि समस्त संपदा साधना शक्त्यवाप्त्यर्थं च श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम, श्री भागवत शरणं मम, श्री सद्गुरु शरणं मम, श्री सूत शरणं मम, श्री शुकदेव शरणं मम, श्री व्यास शरणं मम, श्री नारद शरणं मम, श्री कुमार शरणं मम, श्री ब्रह्मा शरणं मम, श्री विष्णु शरणं मम, श्री परब्रह्म शरणं मम, श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम, शरणं मम, शरणं मम। Having saluted to Parabrahma, Shruti Mata, Bhagavata Shastra, Sri Krishna Paramatma, all the avatars of Bhagavata, all the gurus of Bhagavata, all the bhaktas and shishyas, and also saluting our own Acharya and Guru Parampara, let us take up for study the 11th Skandha Srimad Bhagavata Mahapuranam, the 29th chapter. One of the most beautiful chapter in this. It is a complete chapter when you see the contents from the beginning till the end. You can in fact forget all the earlier topics that are covered. We need not be concerned about what is going to be spoken beyond the 29th chapter. This 29th chapter itself is enough. So the topic contents how they are. The disciple is going to the Guru and telling him, "Sir, I tried to understand and practice yoga. I could not do it by any means. So can you teach me the easiest technique to do and accomplish the yoga, sadhana as well as siddhi? Yoga chaitya imam. Tell me not the difficult paths. Tell me the easier paths." In fact, this itself can be the beginning of sadhana. Then the kind Guru in Bhagavan Krishna, if you really observe, even though because we are studying other shastras, we say that it is the essence of all the shastra, but if the other shastra study is kept aside, whether you call it as essence or not, but the topics covered by Krishna, whether it is about Brahma Tattva, whether it is Atma Tattva, whether it is Jiva Bhava, whether it is Samsara, how it is caused, and how to get the Mukti, in that the Karma Yoga aspect, the Bhakti Yoga aspect, the Upasana aspect, if you really are keen, concentrating, conscious to observe, In this 29th chapter, within these 25 or the 30 shlokas, all the adhyatmika sadhanas a sadhaka need to know and do are put by Lord Krishna so simply, easily, completely. That's how, like in Gita, chapter 2 itself is complete as regard the goal, means, sadhana concerned. So to chapter 3, 4, every chapter, though connection it has with the earlier chapter and next chapter and to the total Gita theme or scheme, yet every chapter can also be independently studied and sadhana is completely given in us, doing which one can get mukti. In the same way, here also in the 29th chapter, Bhagavan has covered all the topics. Second is what? In the next portion, to re-inspire us for restudying it, to re-understand and restart sadhana, Bhagavan has glorified the great sadhana which he indicated. भागवत धर्मों को दिया, फिर उनका महिमा भी भगवान ने बता दिया. How beautiful it is. Along with that, Bhagavan also, to inspire us, he is giving time and again the falashruti of this sadhana. We noted and told yesterday how in each of these sloka, indicating the sadhana in the first three pada, in the fourth pada, Bhagavan is indicating to us the adbhuta phala achieved by doing these Bhagavata sadhanas, Bhagavata dharma sadhanas. More kindness of him we will see, wherein we is telling indirectly to Uddhava. What he told Uddhava, we have not studied that topic. It's coming today, tomorrow, day after. Oh, my dear Uddhava, don't give this Bhagavata dharmas to this negative qualified person. Just definitely give this Bhagavata dharma or knowledge to the person with all these positive qualities. What is the meaning of it? Even though directly he is saying that don't give to this, don't give, and must give to him. What he means is what? If you yourself have these negativities, the Bhagavata dharmas which I taught you, you will neither accept, nor appreciate, nor understand, nor practice, nor use, nor reach the goal. On the other hand, if you want to reach the goal by doing the sadhana of the Bhagavata dharmas, you must possess these qualities. So Bhagavan is indirectly, that's called paroksha priyahi devaha. तो उद्धव जी को डायरेक्ट कह रहे हैं, भाई तुम प्रैक्टिस करोगे तुमको सिद्धि मिलेगा, then you also feel like sharing with others, but be careful, your effort will be wasted if you give it to an unqualified person. But if these are the person, if this is a person with all these qualities positive, you give, he will also receive and get the result, and you also feel joy of giving, just like I am feeling. That I am giving you, not only because I know and I want to give you, but you are qualified. So both ways you have to see. You are qualified, I am giving you, you are taking, you will reach out, there is no doubt. But after reaching, if you want to give it to only those people. Don't give to these people. In the same way, if anyone who is studying these Bhagavata dharmas, if he is not getting inspired to do them and practice and reach out, the reasons are, these are the negative qualities he has got. When he replaces them by the positive, then right from the first step of wanting to do the sadhanas and reach the goal, up to the last step of doing all sadhanas and reaching the goal, he can do it. So in that way, the adhikari lakshanas, anadhikari lakshanas, also Bhagavan has put in this very chapter. So gave all the Bhagavata dharmas, he gave the Mahatmya Jnanam, then he is telling about the anadhikari and he is telling the adhikari also. Thereafter, the next topic, Bhagavan himself is asking the disciple, like in Gita also. Did you listen it? Did you understand? Is your confusion gone? Is your dukkha gone? If not, please tell me, ask me. I am ready to explain to you further. My only job is to establish the paramarthika dharma in you, my bhaktas and the shishyas, so that you are mukta from your jiva bhava. I have no other mission in my life. So I am more and more ready to give you. You want to listen. Now see the completeness of this chapter. I am just telling in this chapter how all the topics are covered. Now to this question of Bhagavan Krishna, have you heard or not? Uddhavji so beautifully replies. He says, Vidravito me Maha Mohandakaraha. And I'll explain that. It will take 2-3 days even for that. In those 4 or 5 shlokas of reply of Uddhavji only, he just puts in front of Krishna that he has received all the knowledge and all his doubts got dispelled, ignorances have gone away, delusions have gone away, confusions have gone away. It is firmly rooted in his conviction regarding what to do, what to achieve. Exactly like Arjuna says, Nashto mohaha smrutir labdha tat prasadat maya achyuta sthitosmi gata sandehaha karishe vachanantava. Okay? Now, this chapter doesn't stop there. After that, Bhagavan's order to do these things practically for his loving disciple and devotee and the friend and a Maha Bhakta. Who is he, Uddhavji? क्या कहते हैं? Go to Badrinath, beta, do this sadhana. And when he is going away from his Sakha, from his Guru, from his Bhagavan, Uddhavji, how he beautifully having done Pradakshina, doing Pranam and taking that Padukas, he moves. So these are all the practical things told to us by practice. Show कर रहे हैं हमको यहाँ गुरु शिष्य मिलकर ये कंप्लीट साधना शुरू से लेकर अंत तक कैसा होता है. Now here the Uddhavji goes in that topic to Badrinath. But you know the topic is even not completed there. There, our great saint Sukadevji takes up and he also starts explaining to us. Before that, after Bhagavan has sent him, thereafter Sri Sukadevji in a few shlokas. First, whether Uddhavji gone or not, did he do the sadhana or not, what result he has got. If it is not mentioned, then the topic becomes incomplete. Therefore, the main Acharya Bhagavata, Shukadevji is telling Parikshitji, hey Parikshita, don't have the doubt that Krishna taught the knowledge and gave instructions and sent. Uddhava received knowledge, got instructions and went. But did he do sadhana and reach or not? Don't have doubt. He has reached. So Shukadevji takes that responsibility and explains in 2 shlokas that yes, Uddhavji did it, he reached out. After that, again, Shukadevji, in his own mouth, beautifully, in the last 2 shlokas, so what a beautiful, excellent Falashruti again he gives of the entire 11th skandha, mainly the last immediate topic of the Bhagavata Dharmas. So, see how many topics have come in this chapter. Like so to the 28th also. That's why it took 48 days for us to study. This also today's 27th day. We are studying it. We are only in the half through or maybe 60%. So in this way, what we are trying to say is, if you can give time, if we can give our interest, if we can give our bhakti and shraddha, our shastras, our Puranas, our itihasas, our Shruti Granthas, our Smriti Granthas, our Gitadi, in each of the chapter, they have with so much of love and kindness, compassion, poured every of the sadhana that a disciple or seeker can see, understand and do so that he can get the complete moksha. Therefore, have respect and reverence. Therefore, if you can't study the entire Shastras, study at least Bhagavatam. If you can't study entire Bhagavatam, study at least 11th Skandha. If you cannot study entire 11th Skandha, at least study 29th chapter. If you can't study the 29th chapter, tie a big stone to your body and jump in a river. The river should have water. Please. Other than that, what can we say? So that's the beauty. And again, like the same happening if you see in our Adhyatmika, or Adhyatma Ramayana also, in one or the other Samvada Rupa, some or the other sadhana required for our life is being given continuously. In today's class, you will see our Lakshmana Swami and Guha Samvada, how they talk about all the prarabdha, as a result of which, how we have to deal with the things that are happening in and out after giving them the due value, not undue, how we have to pursue our spiritual sadhana, it's being told to us. So to our Taittiriya Upanishad, it gave us all the Upasana Khanda. Now tomorrow Brahma Vidapnoti Param, the Vedanta is starting. So by all these analysis, our understanding about our Sanatana Dharma and Shastras should start becoming more and more clearer to us, with which our devotion, respect, Shraddha to our Shastra should grow, which should be expressed in the form of our relentless, continuous study, understanding and sadhana, along with that, helping in the prachara of the Shastras to everyone. That should be our, in that we have to immerse. Study and listen, study, understand, do sadhana, help in the prachara of this sadhana. More noble work than this is not at all anything is there. And if we are not given any other work by the Lord, He is telling us to do this great noble work. Let us do this. And I am convinced about it. Bhagavan never wants me to go anywhere. Sit wherever you are, do your Bhagavata and do your Shastra Swadhyayam and also Pravachanam to the deserving people. Having said so, now let us continue. So let us start from the shloka number 28th onwards we will chant. 27 se hum padenge, but meaning I will explain from 28. Chant from 27 for few shlokas. Om Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavata Mahapuranam Ekadasha Skandha Muktiritva Anyatha Rupam Swarupena Vyavastitihi Atha Ekonatrimshodhyayaha Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. From 27. Om ya etat samadhita pavitram paramam shuche sapuyeta hararmam jnanadipena darshayanna ya etat shraddhaya nityam avyagraha shrunuyan naraha mai bhaktim param kurvan karmabhiranna sabadhyate api uddhavatvaya brahma sakhe samavadharitam api te vigato mohaha shokashchasau manobhavaha नैतत्वया दाम्भिकाय नास्तिकाय शठाय च अशुश्रूषोरभक्ताय दुर्विनीताय दीयताम् एतैर्दोषैर्विहीनाय ब्रह्मण्याय प्रियाय च साधवे शुचये ब्रूयात् भक्ति स्यात् शूद्रयोषिताम् नैतद्विज्ञाय जिज्ञासोः ज्ञातव्यमवशिष्यते पीत्वा पीयूषम् अमृतम् पातव्यं नावशिष्यते ज्ञाने कर्मणि योगे च वार्तायां दण्डधारणे यावान् अर्थो नृणां तात तावान् स्नेहं चतुर्विधः मर्त्यो यदा त्यक्तसमस्तकर्म निवेदितात्मा विचिकीर्षितो मे तदामृतत्वं प्रतिपद्यमानः मयात्मभूयाय च कल्पते वै श्रीशुक उवाच स एवम् आदर्शितयोगमार्गः तदोत्तमश्लोकवचो निशम्य बद्धाञ्जलिः प्रीति उपरुद्धकण्ठः न किञ्चिदोचे अश्रुपरिप्लुताक्षः विष्टभ्य चित्तं प्रणयावघूर्णं धैर्येण राजन् बहुमन्यमानः कृताञ्जलिः प्राह यदुप्रवीरम् शीर्ष्णा स्पृशंस्तत् चरणारविन्दौ Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Beautiful chanting. Revel in the chanting. May we all, I am praying for myself, if you permit me, I will include you. May we all have such type of Shuddha Antakarana, freed from Kshipta Mudha Vikshipta Bhumikas, and be in that Ekagra Bhumika, wherein we are convinced about our Shastra, Adhyanam and Sadhana and Moksha, and convincingly we do exclusively only that. A part of which is study of the Puranas, and one of them is the Bhagavata. And in the Bhagavata Purana, each of these kathas, each of these beautiful interactions between the Guru, Shishya, Bhakta, Bhagavan, let us revel in them. Let us be in the joy of following the rhythm in which the Bhagavan is teaching all these teachings. So, now the 27th mantra, what Bhagavan said, we have exhaustively seen it yesterday as well as the day before. What did he say? Yaha etat sam adhita. So, whoever he may be, he who samyak adhita. That samyak pada, 2 days we explained. Now, the summary of all that is what? He from the utter external gross mechanical way of doing all our sadhanas of japa, upasana, ityadi, including the satsanga, from that superficial, external, mechanical way to the most deep, sincere, most way, doing the sadhana, to that level we have to mature. That is called as samyak adhita. This is our job. The more superficially we do, the less will be the joy of doing and result. Quickly we lose the interest and give it up. The more committedly, deeply, samyak rupena we do, the more joy of doing comes and the result comes. It inspires us more. And in all through our life, what we have to understand is we are immature. What is the immaturity in us is what? We are doing the best of the sadhanas only, no doubt, but we are not doing the best of the sadhanas in the best way to be done. In that best way only, all these words are there. The commitments, the convictions, the depth of the shraddha, the depth of the devotion, the depth of the application, the sincerity, the regularity. These are more valuable once we start habitually doing. First, be regular in doing. Once we become regular, add sincerity to it. In the sincerity, all these qualities come. With this, when we do, it is called as samyak adhita. The other way of samyak adhita is what? Every word, every pada, every shloka is thoroughly heard from the Guru, and with the homework of reflection as well as studying from the book at home, we have to thoroughly make our notes and feel complete in that understanding. That's called as samyak adhita. Third meaning of samyak adhita is what? We are convinced after the adhyanam of this sadhana, and we have really done the sadhana also. And what is that which makes us do all this samyak continuously is the information or knowledge about the Bhagavata dharmas, this 11th skandha and Bhagavatam. And what is the shortest information Bhagavan is giving? Pavitram paramam shuchihi. These are three different words. That way let us understand today. Yesterday we have seen it the other way. What is pavitram? It's the most purer than the purest, purifier than the purifiest. Then paramam, it is the supreme most. Shuchi, with this, all the ashuchi of avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha, vinivesha, adi, kleshas go away. So it's a pavitram, most auspicious and purer than the purest. Or the purifier, pavitram is purifier. Then shuchi means purer. Then paramam means supreme most. And technically, the pavitram is that knowledge which takes us from the apavitrata. What is apavitrata? Mrityu. जब मृत्यु भय को दूर करने वाले को पवित्रम कहते हैं. And what is the paramam? Having reached where nowhere to reach. And what is the suchi? That reaching should be that one. Such type of things there should not be two, because from the two only the ashuchi comes. Okay, the shuchi means ekameva advayam. Paramam means param brahma. Pavitra means what? That which liberates us from all the problems, mainly from the mrityu bhaya. From the mrityu only totally it makes us freed. So this Bhagavata Shastra, the Bhagavata sadhanas are dharmas given in Bhagavata. When you and I thoroughly study, that is a samyak, thoroughly understand, that is samyak, thoroughly practice, that is samyaka. First we transcend the mrityu, second we discover the self, third we know it is one without second. Thus we are into that state of liberation. When this pavitram paramam shuchi is understood, that our Paramatma, the Bhagavata is going to give us the result of this state, then only the samyak adhiyata we will do. If the mahatmya of a thing is not heard or understood or accepted, we don't pursue it. We don't go for it. This topic is going to come in Patanjali Yoga Darshanam in tomorrow or day after class. So, pavitram paramam shuchihi etatu. This is how the sentence is complete. Etat Bhagavata Dharma Yukta Prasangaha Pavitram Paramam Shuchi. Point 1. Second, Yaha samyak adhiyita, the one who thoroughly studies it. What will and how he has to do? Aharaharu. Aharaharu. When he does that, what will happen? Three results will come. First result, sapuyeta. Second is jnana deepam prapya. Third one is jnana deepena darshayan. See, there's a beautiful sequence here. What is the sequence here? First, sapuyeta. He becomes pavitra. What is the purity? Ajnana goes away. Second is what? Jnana deepena. That he gets the jnana deepa lit in his heart of experiencing everything as Paramatma. Third one, darshayan. That jnana anubhuta anubhava which he has got. He is doing the show of it to others, or he is showing it to others, or he is teaching it to others, or he is helping it to others. He is demonstrating, depicting, explaining it to others. When others are listening, what is happening to it? Others are puyeta. They are also getting pavitra. When they are getting pavitra, what is happening to them? They are also getting jnanadeepa. When they are getting jnanadeepa, what do? They again teach it to others. That's Shayan. When they are showing this deepa to others, what is happening to them? They are also puyeta. That no, that Hindi song is there, no? Jyot se jyot jagate chalo, no प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो. ऐसा कोई गाना है ना? ज्योत से ज्योत जगाते चलो. So subtly, Bhagavan Krishna in that is establishing the parampara. Sequence in the second line I'm explaining. When he every day does this, he is becoming pavitra. The more pavitra, purified is becoming, the avidya is going away. The Atma Jyoti, Atma Jnana Jyoti is lit. When he is lit, the God, the Atma Jnana is lit in him, and he is happy. Thereafter, he will do the darshan to others. You know, in all the big congregations of doing the mass, Deepa Aradhana Archana, 1,00,000 लोग मिलकर दीपा अर्चना कर रहे हैं, तो you cannot have 1 lakh of agarbatti or match boxes there. What do? One person they give it, then he gives to 5, 5 gives to 25. In 10 minutes 1,00,000 जल जाते वहां. This is called the outer that Jyoti lamp. In the same way, Bhagavan not only telling Uddhav ji कि बेटा हर दिन इसको अध्ययन करो, मन में रख कर कि ये पवित्र परम शुचि है. Or when you do the adhyana and sadhana, beta, see the result of it, that you are purifying. Your purification is, what is the purification? That will be coming in the next 2 shlokas. We will explain that. When the purification is happening, your avidya is going, accordingly the moha is going. And the positive side is what? The jnana deepa prajwalaman is happening in you. And after the jnana deepa prajwala happens, you know the position of everything very clearly. That's called asampragnata yoga, or the next step to viveka khyati in yoga bhasha are called as kaivalya anubhuti. Please, Uddhava, don't stop there. What you have to do? What is said in Taittiriya Upanishad, same thing is repeated here. What is said? Swadhyaya pravachane-cha, swadhyaya pravachane-cha, swadhyaya pravachane-cha. Then what is said in the 11th one? Swadhyaya pravachanabhyam na pramaditavyam. Swadhyaya pravachanabhyam na pramaditavyam. तो गुरु से तुमने सुना, गुरु ने प्रवचन किया, तो फिर तुमने स्वाध्याय किया, साधना की, पहुंच गए. Now you become guru and give to pravachana to others, so that they also listen and do their sadhya and reach the goal, then they give it to others. Now in this way, if we see, little I am not going out of topic. I am very careful, conscious, aware of what I am speaking. The tradition has come nowadays, the trend, not tradition, has come that I must study academics of physics, chemistry, I must become doctor, lawyer, engineer, I must earn lot of money, name, fame. Then I get children. To them also, same things I have to teach. And those children to their children also should only teach the outer things and which earn only the artha kama. This type of nonsense trend is going on. Whereas, actual the trend which we have to follow, according to a tradition or the shastra is what? Not the artha kama trend or tradition. Actually, it is the dharma moksha trend and tradition. First dharma is the vyavaharika dharma. With that, what moksha you get? The moksha from the prarabdha and the obligation and vasanas. Thereafter, what is the second dharma we have to practice according to our tradition and the trend? The Adhyatmika sadhana wala dharma we have to do. When the Adhyatmika sadhana wala dharma when we do, what is the result of that called as moksha? Moksha from Ajnana and Jiva. So instead of dharma moksha parampara, what is going on is the artha kama parampara. Therefore, generation after generation, the samsaris only are growing on, not the sadhakas and siddha. Now imagine with this understanding, imagine, only imagination say, if it becomes true, there's nobody more happier than me. Everybody can be also happy. Imagine that the entire world has taken up the project of the trend of the dharma and moksha sadhana, not valuing artha kama beyond requirement. Just imagine in 40, 50 years what will happen. Everybody has thoroughly understood Bhagavata Dharmas and they have practiced Bhagavata Dharmas. They all have become Bhagavata. So in next to 40, 50 years, now today or yesterday, yes, what is the day today? 15. Today's day, 15 Tarikh ko, the big announcement in the world that the total population in the world has touched the 800 million mark or 800 billion, or in our language 800 crores the population has touched today. पता है ना आपको 800 करोड़ हो गए आज के दिन पूरे भूमंडल का पॉपुलेशन. We are all talking now 700 crores and India 132, 135 crores. 800 crores is touched. Now 800 crore में imagine 500 करोड़ लोग कम से कम अगले 50 साल में धर्म मोक्ष के ट्रेंड के द्वारा भागवत धर्म प्रैक्टिस करके आत्मानुभव द्वारा मुक्त होते हैं. तो that is called सत्य युग. Now, is it possible or not? It is highly impossible. The world is going in scientific way, such as fast way. Suddenly you tell the people not to run behind Artha Kama, go for Dharma Moksha, they won't do. All that I know. I'm telling hypothetically. If that trend is set, how would be the globe after 3 or 4 or 5 decades? What's wrong in imagining like that? What's wrong in praying for that? What's wrong in sending such vibrations? Whether we can do at the totality level or not, at our own level can we do it or not? In that only again the 4 things are there. First thing is what? No more my trend now is of Artha Kama. My personal trend is what? Dharma Moksha. What Dharma? Bhagavata Dharma and Jnana Dharma and the Moksha of Atmanubhuti and Bhagavad Darshan. Second is what? I will do it to my immediate generation called as children, next generation. Third is what? If they are available to the next generation also, I do my best to convey to them. But I value more the Dharma Moksha trend, not the Artha Kama. Fourth one is what? Whoever are coming around us, wherever we are going, instead of getting inspired or influenced by them to go into the Artha Kama Purushartha, we should tell even those also the Dharma Moksha Purushartha. Dharma Moksha trend. If these 4 things are done, not only we are protecting ourselves from us, not only we are doing our sadhana and progressing, not only we are helping the next generation, but we are creating such a wonderful vibes around with which there's a great satisfaction to us. More than all that, the Ishvara will be happy. What he said in that earlier shloka, ki ya etan mama bhakteshu sampradadhyat supushkalam, whoever is giving this jnanam in all the best way to my own bhaktas, what Bhagavan says, tasya brahmadayasya, aham atmanam atmani dadami, I will give myself to him, Bhagavan says, means with that person, how much he is pleased. That pleasing the Bhagavan we can do with these 4 types sadhanas. So can there be any better understanding or the thought than this? Think about it. And any other thought, if it is lower than this, why should we go for it? Then why not stick to that? So certainly Bhagavan, to a visionary, the one who can understand, he is indicating that parampara in the next line. Sa puyeta ahar ahar mam jnana deepena darshayan. मतलब मैंने तुमको सुनाया, तुम हर दिन पढ़ो, पवित्र हो जाओ, ज्ञानदीप का दर्शन कर लो, देन तुम भी अगले जनरेशन को दे दो. इस तरह से लेट दिस परंपरा ऑफ ज्ञान ज्योत से ज्योत जगाते चलो should go on happening. In this thing we have to fix our thought. Like you fix your alarm to get up in the morning at 5:30 and you beat it and sleep up to 7:30. So do we fix so many things in our life? इस जगह पे रहना है, ये खाना खाना है, वहां जाना है. So too, spiritually, let us fix in these four things. Myself, dharma moksha trend I follow, not the artha kama. To next generation, only that I teach them from my side. If I have missed it to tell till now, my children are already grown to 55, 58 age, they are almost 60. Never mind. As a parting gift, you give them. Like Bhagavan Brahmadevji has given as parting gift to all the human beings while sending them onto the earth. Take this Yajna Bhavana. With that, everything you can achieve. In the same way, along with the will you write to your children and all, you just call them one day, seriously, sincerely. If required, you take an orange dress in your body. If not, feel you are a guru or Mahatma or Santa and request them like I am requesting every day. ए मेरे बेटे इतने दिन मैंने बोलने का हिम्मत जरूरत नहीं की थी, आज पहली बार ले रहा हूं, हमको क्षमा करो, अगर अच्छा नहीं लगा तो बात तो ये है, हम सिर्फ 15 मिनट बात करेंगे, हमारा जिंदगी इतना बड़ा है, हमने जिया आपसे ज्यादा, तो वी हैव सीन एवरीथिंग, ऑल सेड एंड डन. द फाइनल अंडरस्टैंडिंग एंड एफर्ट इज दिस कि धर्म मोक्ष इज द ओनली वन which we have to follow. I have told you. Don't ask me whether I have done and reached or not. I am just starting. If this thing, if I don't tell you, I will remain regret and guilty. Therefore, I have taken 10-15 minutes. Already it got late to you. At least you start now and spend 2 or 3 hours in listening to Shastra, in understanding the ultimate goal and also the means of Bhakti Jnanam, and keep doing the sadhana. Call your children and tell them. Message them. Audio message करो, कुछ भी करो, with all the hesitation, inhibition, keeping it aside, taking it as our Guru Parampara's order. If you do, after doing it, the amount of satisfaction you get will be so great that you cannot compare it with all the things which you gave them throughout the life of good education, money and everything you gave. उन सबसे ज्यादा आपको तृप्ति ये वाला एडवाइस देने में मिलेगा. Whether you understand it or not, you practice or not, because it is the truth. And truth, by any way or by all means, has more power, more joy than untruth or the other things. Make it practical. Call them, tell them, and see that truth. Ek baar kar lo. So to call another day your grandchildren. Beta, I have also gone through the entire life. Whether they listen or not, like I am talking to you, is that I do, आप लोग सुनते हो करके थोड़ी बोलता हूँ मैं, ऐसे आप सुनोगे, समझोगे, ऐसे हिलाओगे और रेसिप्रोकेट करोगे. With so many imaginations, if I speak, I'll be the most frustrated fellow in the world. I do the lecture for my sadhana and as a seva to our Rishi Parampara and also to you, that's it. Even little expectation I do from you, I get frustrated. Because you have your own busy schedule, your own priorities, your own giving value to this or that. But imagining all that, ये लोगों को पसंद नहीं आएगा, दुखी हो जाएंगे, इनको wrong time में क्लास में बुलाओ तो बुरा मानेंगे. If I become such a sentimental, I cannot enjoy my class. I cannot do justice to my commitments. Is it not? And I do my way of telling you, request करते भैया आ जाओ आज 2-3 दिन, थोड़ा क्लासेस का टाइम बदलेंगे, क्षमा करो मुझे. So all these words I am using, you are reciprocating, you are listening. Same you do with your children. If we die without teaching the seeds of spirituality to the children and grandchildren, we have not done the best thing. Come what may. And they also, when they grow, they will also acknowledge it and say, thank God my parents, grandparents have given that. Why Bhagavan saying, Sapuyeta Hararmam? I am telling all this with the word Darshayan. See, Jnana Deepam Drushtva Muchyeta. He can write like that. Having seen the lamp of the self in him, he will get liberated. In that way, Bhagavan Krishna could have said, but he didn't say. The meaning of Jnana Deepena Darshayan means what? Jnana Deepam Praptya, Jnananubhavam Prapya, Jnana Deepam Sarvam Prati Darshayan. That's what he said. That's what, these such are the things which inspired our Puja Gurudev. Same thing in Gita. Jnana Yajnena Tena Aham Ishtasyamiti Me Pati. Gurudev caught these points. Then he said, when my gurus gave this knowledge, it came to me and received it. If I, after receiving it, don't give it to the next generation, then I am greedy. I am not fulfilling the main mission. Therefore, he came onto the plains throughout life. He worked and gave it to millions of people. In the same way, we have to do these 4 things. And मेरे ख्याल में है खुद का साधना के साथ ये सेवा वाला साधना जिसमें हम लोगों को ये वाला बांट रहे ना, वो हमारे लिए ज्यादा साधना होता है. Lord gives more marks to our inspiring others for sadhana than ourselves doing sadhana. That doesn't mean don't do it. करते हुए भी ये भी करते जाए तो बहुत फायदा हो जाए. That's why य एतत् समधीयिता पवित्रं परमं शुचि स पूयेता धर्मां ज्ञानदीपेन दर्शयन्. And if you have brought up your children and grandchildren in such a worst manner that you have no guts even to tell them for 15 minutes some great thing about Gita and Bhagavata and Upanishad, I can only do namaskar to your achievement and to your present condition of slavery and weakness to those fellows that you can't even talk 15 minutes about spirituality. I can pity only. What else can I do? Any of the Guru, what else can I do? Only pity. ना उनको भेजते हैं कोई सत्संग में, ना कहते हैं जाओ करके, ना खुद भी बोलते हो, तो फिर कितने कमजोर और बुजदिल है. सर झुकाओ, बट सर झुकाने से काम भी नहीं होता. सपूयेता हर हर माम ज्ञानदीपेन दर्शय. Then you tell your children, grandchildren, यार जो मैंने तुमको बताया तुम लिख कर कर अगले जनरेशन को सुना, उनके बाद वालों को सुनाना. Let that ज्ञान ज्योति go on. And I tell you ना, 2-3 बार मौका मिल पहला उठा के कह दो, their respect for you grows. It's a byproduct. The value for you grows. And we also have to maintain that reserved personality, becoming busy in our own study sadhana, then they respect. Whether somebody values her or not, respects or not, all the nonsense तो अलग बात है. खुद को अपने आप को अपने भक्ति योग, अष्टांग योग, ज्ञान योग साधना करके थोड़ा आगे बढ़ना. फाइनल तो ये है. हो गया. Having satisfactorily spoke on this shloka, let me go to the next one, the 28th shloka. I told to my satisfaction. I have not told the entire thing that is in 27 shloka. That one shloka can be spoken for 10 days. Like that every shloka. Because within those mantras, so much meaning revealable to different students by different acharyas. Bhagavan Maha bhar ke rakhte. Now come to 28. Ya etat shraddhaya nityam avyagraha shrunuya naraha mai bhaktim param kurvan karmavirna sabhadyate. So yaha again, where he may be, etato, all these Bhagavata dharma, so shraddhaya, with undaunted, unbroken faith, nityam, every day and continuously, avyagraha, with single pointedness, naraha, with a human quality, cinema, shrunuyat, if he listens. So yesterday all that I explained, so I am not going to repeat. Yesterday we talked about the 5 Shraddhas, what is the meaning of Nityam, what is the meaning of Avyagra, taking the help of the Patanjali Yoga Darshana, the Kshipta Moda Vikshipta Bhumika and Ekagra. I am deliberately bringing the yoga while talking Bhagavata and Upanishad so that the integrated meaning of all that comes to you. Integrated study. I can exclusively talk Bhagavata without bringing it in this language. So too I can do Yoga Sutra without bringing it. Our job is study all of them and get the essence of all of them, make use of them and achieve our goal. I am very clear about it. And we know how to integrate all of them and make maximum use of all these sadhanas. By the way, so all that we spoke yesterday, therefore that I will not talk. The second line, Bhaktim Mai Param Kurvan. This is the same sentence Bhagavan Krishna in the Gita 18th chapter also says. Bhaktim Mai Param Kurvan Mame Vaishyasta Samshayam. Then he says, Nacha Tasman Manusheshu Kaschin Me Priyakruttamaha Vaitana Jame Tasma Anyaha Priyataro Bhuvi. Then Adhyeshyate Chaimam Dharmyam Samvadamavayoho Jnana Gnena Tenaham ishtasyamiti me matihi. These 3-4 shlokas in Gita 18th chapter exactly he says. So earlier shlokas were about the one who does sadhana and who tells to others. This shloka is for that one who is listening. Shunuyat. To that person also result is what? Mai bhaktim param kurvan. He will obtain the para bhakti. And what is the para bhakti? Wherein total sharanagati to the Lord done with the full understanding of the jnanam that there cannot be anything other than Bhagavan. Dekho, bhakti takes us to the jnanam. But there is a jnanottara bhakti also, which is required or not required also. In the jnana only there is mukti. One can live in that mukta sthiti and he can go on giving the jnana upanyasa only. But a jnani, when he discovers his oneness with the Paramatma, still he can come to the level of upadhis, and using the upadhi, he can explain the devotion and make others devoted. It is called as parabhakti. The jnana uttara bhakti is called as parabhakti. Before the jnana bhakti, bhakti is a sadhana. And with the sadhana of the bhakti, we got antakarana shuddhi, we got the blessing from the God. God only comes as the Guru. Guru teaches Shastra. We study the Shastra. In that Brahmatmika Bodha is taught. And we understand that sadhana karke, we get the Brahmanubhuti. After that, again, we become devotee. That he says, so, Vai Bhaktim Param Purvan. Then what happens? Karma Virna Sabadhyate. And this is what the only topic. 2 minutes we have to discuss for the day. Ki such person, no more he is bound by any of the karma. Freed from all the karma, he is called as, in the yoga bhasha, mukti or kaivalyam. Here also, karma ka pura bandhan chut jayega. Matlab kya hai? All karma vasanas are burnt. Vasanas are the cause for me to sustain as jiva, for me to get identify the upadhi, for me to thrown into various yonis and to get all the sukha dukkha anubhava. All these things which were happening because of force of the karma vasanas will go away. Therefore, he is no more running from pillar to the post or the body to the body, going through all the dukkha. So therefore, what are the 3 karmas we all talk in Vedanta? Are the prarabdha karma, sanchita karma and agadim karma, all the 3. And generally, in the jnana prapti, what first thing happens is the sanchita karma gets burnt. What second thing happens is, because he has discovered his oneness with Paramatma, in that anubhuti is infinitely blissful, because of which there is no desire in him, therefore there is no karma karma in him, therefore he is not a karta of the karma karma. That is why he will not do a karma to create an agami samskar. Therefore the agami is not there for him. Prarabdha is for the upadhi, and I am detached from the upadhi. Therefore prarabdha I am going through at the upadhi level, but I am not identified with them. Therefore even prarabdha is not troubling me. In this way, sanchita agami prarabdha karma, which are the lot of the jiva, pushing him from one yoni to the other, he gets freedom. So this karma virna sabadhyate is jnanam, where the 3 karmas have gone away, you have discovered your oneness Paramatma. Here, bhakti mai param kurvan is bhakti. So bhakti is parakashta, jnana is parakashta. Both that person will get who is with shraddha, continuously listening with full ekagrata. So that's how listen, and obviously when the listening is followed by sadhana, then the result will be definitely coming to us. In this way, this 28th shloka talked about नित्य श्रवण करो और श्रद्धा से श्रवण करो, अव्यग्र मन से श्रवण करते रहो और उसका फल उसके बाद में साधना भी करते हुए the result of it is what? Parabhakti as well as ki karma virna sabadhyate. So this parabhakti and karma virna sabadhyate has some more thing to discuss. What is that parabhakti? The total anya saranagati. Then in the Vaishnava bhava, it is called as the akinchana bhava. Akinchana means what? Kinchana kinchidapi aham paramatmana vinna rupena asmi. That's called as parabhakti parasharanagati. Wherein this person his ego, his upadhis, everything he has totally dedicated to Paramatma to such an extent that even to utter vocally, also he has no his own separate individuality from him. That's called Parabhakti. मतलब क्या है? That's what you see in great Vaishnava Bhaktas कि they never use throughout their life the two words of Aham and Mama. Never use. You know, this was very frequently used by our Paramaguru Tapor Maharaj. Paramaguru Tapor Maharaj was always used to address himself when he was in a mood of bhakti with this word कि इस अकिंचन को क्या पता, इस अकिंचन से मत पूछो, इस अकिंचन का बात ये है. You know, he was a Malayali, but he used to talk only in Hindi because he was staying in the North India. So in that Malayali accent, he used to speak like that. अपने आप को अकिंचन मानते हैं. Param Guru Tapon Maharaj, as much he is the great Jnani, so much is great Tapasvi. As much is a great Tapasvi, so much is a Vairagi. As much is a great Vairagi, so much is a Bhakta. Ultimate is. So in his life, he used to always Akinchana, is Akinchana. That is called as Mai Bhaktim Param Kurva. Means what? Even little of Aham or Mama comes. He becomes so much burning inside as if he has done the highest of the crime. Just like the Gopikas. Even for a moment also, they forget Lord Krishna. They become Parama Vyakula. How could I forget Krishna and remember some nonsense? You know, Bhagavat mein, Narada Bhakti Sutras, after telling what is the meaning of devotion according to himself, according to his father Parashara, and also about Shandilya Ityadi, then he talks about what is the meaning of devotion according to the Gopikas. While explaining the Gopikas Bhakti, he says, Tasmin Ananyata Tad Vismarane Paramavyakulata iti. The Para Bhakti according to the Gopikas life is what? Tasmin Ananyata. No. Then he says, Tad Vismarane Paramavyakulata. Tasmin Ananyata Tad Vismarane Paramavyakulata iti. Total Anyata to him. And what is Anyata? Ananyata, Anya Bhavanam, Tyagaha, Ananyata. All those sutras explain. Sutra means what? It tells a theme and whatever is left out, it connects the next one, then next one, next one. Each of the sutra makes the big topic clear. So there, Anyasrayanam, Tyagaha, Ananyata, all that will explain. That's okay. But Tasmin Ananyata, but the second line is important. What is that? Tat Vismarane Parama Vyakulata. So Gopikas, even a little also they forget Narayana. They used to become so Vyakula. How can I have forgotten? How I have forgotten? In the same way, the Parabhakti level of person, even a little also, Aham or Mama, he never allows to come. And that is called as the Nishkinchana or the Akinchana Bhava. This in another language is called as Tadathina Vritti. And this ultimate goal as a Bhakta one can reach. Bhagavan says, Mai Bhaktim Param. And at that level, this Bhakta is not there. Bhagavan only functioning through him. There is no word which can explain this state of experience. Remember, Bhakti ka parakashta, Jnana ka parakashta, Yoga ka parakashta, koi bhi shabdo mein nahi bata sakte. There the yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha, mind and speech return with failure that they can't talk about it. That is the highest stage. So that Parabhakti unko mil jayega aur karma bir nasavadhyate, he will be freed from all these three karmas. Therefore, Janma Marana, that samsara is not. So Janma Marana samsara is not there, but a dukkha nivrutti. And Parabhakti means what? Sukha prapti. So both Atyantika dukkha nivrutti, then Nirankusha Ananda Trupti, both will come to that sadhaka who listens Shraddha se every day with Avyagramana and also does this sadhana. Having said so, With this, Bhagavan's teachings are over. This 28th sloka, 28. Beautiful. Now in the 29th sloka of the 29th chapter of the 11th skandha, Bhagavan is asking Uddhavaji. And this asking of Uddhavaji, whether you understood or not, also is a beautiful sloka with lot of subtle themes in that. So chanting we do today, the explanation of that we will see later. What did he say? Api Uddhava tvaya brahma sakhe samavadharitam api te vigato mohaha shokascha saumano bhavaha. So, hey Sakhe, how lovely Bhagavan is addressing, all that we will see tomorrow. Hey Uddhava, hey Sakhe, api means is it tvaya brahma samya avadharitam? Is this Brahma totally you got it or not? पूरा अवधारण किया कि नहीं? आप एक एक पद कलम बताएंगे पूरे. अब थोड़ा आपको झलक दे रहे हैं उसका. कहते हैं अपिते विगतः मोहः, has your moha gone away? The result of moha is shoka. Has the shoka gone away? And both are born in the mind. Is your mana samsara gone away? Hey Uddhava, tell me. If not, I will explain to you better, more and more. One sloka. And this sloka need 1 hour explanation. Tomorrow we'll do that. Then he tells in the next portion, to whom this jnana should not be given. If it is given, it's waste. And therefore, to whom it should be given. When it is given, it is fruitful. That topic he does it. And he concludes. Then, our Shukadevji gives commentary in 3 slokas or 2, filling of the gap. Then Uddhavji explained to Krishna, I got it, Lord. Thank you. Then Krishna again says, Gachodava mayadishtaha badaryaashramam. I am ordering you now, go to Badrinath. Then Shukadevji again takes up and concludes with the Falashruti of this entire Bhagavata Purana or Krishna's teaching, especially of the 11th skandha. That is how let us revel in the most beautiful, the Bhagavata Purana, especially Krishna Uddhava Samvada Rupa Mukti 11th skandha. Thank you. Sarvam Narayana Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namah. Om Sri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki Jai. Sadgurnath Maharaj ki Jai. Thank you, friends. Narayana, thank you for your accepting the change in time and coming and